Bliss can be described as a feeling of well-being, contentment, and boundlessness, or uncaused healthy happiness. However, these words do not do it justice. Words cannot describe this delight that is beyond understanding. Welcome to Letting Go and the Greatest Secret, where we explore the end of your suffering and the beginning of lasting happiness. I'm Hale Dwoskin. Normally, a featured guest joins me for a conversation to share insights into living a life of deep joy and unshakable peace. Every now and then, it's just you and me, and today is one of those episodes. So bliss is a very misunderstood word. We all have way too many concepts about what it is and what it isn't. We're told to follow our bliss. But how do we do that if we don't even know what it is? And plus, following our bliss assumes that we have to do something or go somewhere in order for bliss to be. Now, bliss does have a feel to it sometimes, and sometimes it's beyond even the sense of feeling. Now, of course, bliss is a wonderful feeling. It's boundless happiness, to just use words. But that limits it by saying it is just that. Bliss is actually whatever's apparently happening in this moment is the doorway to bliss, or the invitation to bliss. What if whatever is already being experienced is an invitation for there to be a relaxation or an opening into or dissolving into the bliss of being, the bliss that is natural, the bliss that is always this. And just being open to that as a possibility often reveals bliss to itself, often creates an inner environment for there to be more of a state of blissfulness. And at the same time, whatever is happening in life, drama, trauma, pain, suffering, not getting our goals, getting our goals, having what we want, not having what we want. What if all of that is still contained within the one bliss, the one aliveness, the one energy that all is? And again, I'm not saying you should believe this. I'm not saying you should even need to trust me about this. Just be open to it, at least as a possibility. Often, the more there's an openness to bliss, the more it is experienced and revealed. Yet, it doesn't have to be revealed, because bliss is also the absence of the one who thinks they need to get it, to own it, to understand it, to experience it. In a lot of ways, bliss is the absence of separation. And the good news is separation is already absent. Now, of course, experientially for you and me, when we believe we're people or we experience ourselves as separate individuals, it seems very real, but it isn't as real as it seems. The beauty about freedom or bliss is that it is already. It includes all. And at the same time, it is nothing at all. It's not a thing. It's everything and nothing. And it is already this. Just this. Even the most ordinary or extraordinary. Just this. So let's explore this together. Allow yourself to just simply pause or stop and notice what is, and or just simply be. And then check to see if you feel like you don't have bliss. Now, by the way, bliss is not something you can possess. It may be a feeling that arises, but it's even more than that. But we need to honor our experience if we're going to do a process together. So check. How do you feel in this moment? Is it possible that this is already bliss? And if that's too hard to accept, or it's not experiential, what if this is just appearing in bliss? What if this doesn't need to change in order for bliss to be? So, what is it that you think needs to change or happen in order for there to be bliss? And whatever's come to mind, could you just welcome or allow it? Is it welcomed? Is that what's apparently happening? And then could you, as best you can, just for now, let go of wanting to postpone bliss in that way? Could you let go of wanting that to happen or be done first? Would you? When? And then could you be open at least to the possibility that however this appears, it is bliss, or at least the invitation of bliss? Remember, just do that as best you can. And then what else do you believe has to change or be fixed? Either within what appears as yourself or in the world before bliss or uncaused happiness can be. And just allow the first thing that comes to mind. And could you just welcome that? Allow it. Be present with it. Notice it. Is it welcomed? Is it what's apparently happening? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you let go of wanting to change or fix or control that in order to be happy, in order for bliss to be? Could you just set that free? Would you? When? And could you be open at least to the possibility that this, whatever is or isn't, is bliss, is happiness, is at least the invitation to bliss or happiness. And if it feels like something needs to be fixed or changed, it's not that. You might not fix or change things in your life, or things might not get fixed or changed in life. But what if nothing needs to change in order for this to be? And what if this is bliss, is happiness? Sometimes obviously in disguise. But what if even the disguise is an invitation to happiness, to bliss? And again, check, is there anything that still feels like it needs to be fixed or changed or controlled in order for you to feel happy or for there to be bliss? And if so, could you just welcome or allow that? Be present with it. Is it welcomed? Is it what's apparently happening? And then as best you can, just for now, could you let go of wanting to change or fix or control that? At least as best you can. Would you? When? And then could you just simply rest as this? Rest as happiness or bliss. Or at least be open at least to the possibility that bliss or healthy happiness is always available, is already shining as whatever's apparently happening. Or at the very least, could you be open at least to the possibility that whatever is presenting in life, whatever's apparently happening, is an invitation for this bliss of being, this uncaused happiness to be out of time, not dependent on anything or anyone. And what if even this is bliss or happiness? And what if even this is bliss or happiness? And what if it doesn't have anything to do with a you? It's just the natural everything and nothing that is all. Yet nothing in particular. Okay, good. So just stay open as best you can to at least the possibility that uncaused happiness or bliss is what is already, or at the very least, is an invitation that appears as life. So I highly recommend that you listen to or watch this a few more times and let it sink in. And thank you so much for listening or watching or both. I hope you enjoyed our time together. We'll do special ones like this every now and then. And of course, we'll be having plenty of featured guests to share their wisdom and insights with you. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe so you have immediate access to future episodes. Please give us a 5-star rating and share it with people that you care about. These episodes are dedicated to sharing the eternal teachings from the greatest secret and the power of letting go. If you'd like to learn more about my work, my mentors, Lester Levinson's work, and the Sedona method, please visit www.sedona.com. As you explore our site, you learn the key to lasting happiness, success, peace, and emotional well-being. We have books, courses, events, and plenty of free material to explore. Again, go to Sedona.com. That's SEDONA.com. Thank you for being here, and we'll catch you in the next episode of Letting Go and the Greatest Secret.